Here are the latest numbers we have right now this morning worldwide. The death toll is now nearing 90,000. Nearly 330,000 people have officially recovered from the virus. And here in the United States, more than 14,000 have died. More than 24,000 have recovered. And the newest guidelines from the CDC are going to be released. They're making it easier for essential employees that may have been exposed to COVID-19 to get back to work if they're not experiencing symptoms. And we're going to talk to Dr. Anthony Fauci of the White House Coronavirus Task Force in just a couple of minutes.
Looking forward to hearing what he has to say this morning, George. But we're going to begin with the hard-hit state of New York. Whit Johnson starts us off this morning. Good morning, Whit.
Robin, good morning to you. There are encouraging signs that New York State is approaching the peak of this pandemic. The rate of hospitalizations appears to be slowing, but it comes with a painful toll. The governor urging people to stay the course and to keep following those tough restrictions.
This morning, New York State reeling from its deadliest day in the pandemic. Nearly 800 fatalities in just 24 hours. The statewide death toll now more than double the lives lost in 9/11. The mood is heavy inside this makeshift ICU in Maimonides Hospital in Brooklyn.
You are going to be sad, and you're going to be mentally and physically strained.
Anesthesiologist Daniel Nicola on the phone informing someone their loved one is not doing well, tearing off his mask, head in his hands, needing a moment away from the mayhem and sadness.
Honestly, it's one of the more psychologically exhausting parts of the job. Telling someone that their family member may not make it, it really does, it takes a lot.
New York officials worried the number of deaths from COVID-19 could actually be much higher because some who die at home with coronavirus-like symptoms haven't been included in the count. Most of the data coming from hospitals and nursing homes.
We do want to know the truth about what happened in every death at home.
This morning, some encouraging news from New York Presbyterian, reporting for the first time since the outbreak, they had more people go home than were admitted into the hospital. Governor Cuomo cautiously optimistic, but urging New Yorkers to continue to follow social distancing guidelines.
If we stop what we are doing, you will see that curve change.
Other hotspots still growing in places like Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Louisiana, Chicago, Detroit, Pennsylvania, and Florida. And it's not just populated cities. This map, published by the New York Times, showing more than 2/3 of rural counties nationwide have at least one confirmed case. But amid the despair, stories of hope and inspiration. Bronx Assemblywoman Karina Reyes left her job as a nurse when she took office last year, but didn't hesitate to jump back into her scrubs to answer the call.
Before I was an elected official, this has always been my passion, and I think it would have been selfish of me to stay home knowing that my community needed the very specific set of skills that I have.
And this photo, Cheryl Norton, fiercely embracing her daughter Kelsey Kerr, an ICU nurse in Cincinnati.
I just thought there's got to be a way I can hug her. And so I was walking past my laundry basket and I saw my big sheet and I was like, I'm just going to throw this over her. And she got out of her car and she had a mask on. And I just said, I just have to hug you. So I threw it over her and hugged her.
It was just incredible just to feel more normal again, because we're always been huggers, and it's just been very strange to conscientiously not, and to just feel together again in a small moment of normalcy.
The New York Times is reporting new research indicates that COVID-19 was likely brought to the New York area from Europe, not from Asia, and that it was probably spreading in this area by mid-February. That's weeks before the first case was confirmed. George.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.